Jurickson Profar has gone from almost out of Major League Baseball to signing a veteran minimum contract with the San Diego Padres to now being their most effective offensive player. And I'm going to explain how he did it. The Padres have been rolling, and Profar has been spearheading their success. So I'll break that down and much more on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. What's up, everybody? Welcome into 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis. I made a video on the Padres just the other day, but they kept on rolling through the weekend, so I only thought it was right to make another one about them and to talk about this brilliant team that has been performing better than anybody over the past month plus here, and a big reason for that is Jurickson Profar. But before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. But without further ado, let's take a look at some stats that I want to show you guys. And this is the first one here. This is his baseball reference for the season. Very good numbers at the top of many leaderboards in statistical categories, including batting average, OPS plus, OPS. He's been a fantastic player for them this year, playing left field mostly, and just showing why he was once the top prospect in baseball. It took him a while to come around. He's 31 years old. I think this is more of a blip on the radar than it is a consistent thing that we can expect out of Profar. But nonetheless, he has been a revelation on this San Diego team that was not expected to be that good this year, having traded away Juan Soto and having spent so much money and given away bad contracts. And in a team where there are so many bad contracts, like Xander Bogaerts, like Manny Machado per se, Jurickson Profar is one of the really good contracts, making only $1 million this season only. I would take that and play baseball, but still, in Major League Baseball standards, that is pennies on the dollar right there at $1 million. And look at the production that you're getting. 2.7 wins above replacement. It's not a spectacular number by any stretch. His defense and his base running kind of lets him down a little bit, but he's a fantastic hitter, and he has shown that this year, and I've been very impressed with him. I really have. I'm glad that he's doing well, and the even more spectacular thing with Jurickson Profar is that his middle name is Bartholomew, which is pretty insane. I mean, that's a real cool name, and that's the aura right there that we're speaking about with Profar. He's just finding ways to help this team win, and I'll show you. I said he's been the catalyst for their offense, and I was not lying. Jurickson Profar and the Padres have won 11 of their last 13 games. So that's an eye-popping number right there. But these stats right here, over his last 12 games, a .319 average, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, 11 runs, but it gets even better. Take a look at this. These are his high-leverage numbers for this season, and you guys could read that. You could just see that he is the most clutch hitter in baseball in 2024, and the numbers back it up. Shout out to Clark Farenthold for this thread that he did over here. His numbers in high-leverage at-bats in 24, 328 weighted runs created plus. Now, that would be a really good batting average, except it's a metric to signify how much better he is than the league average. And keep in mind, the WRC plus league average is 100. He's at 328, so he's 228% better than league average, which is by far and away first in MLB in high leverage. A 636 weighted on base average, which is also by far and away the best in Major League Baseball, and a 531 batting average. Again, you guessed it, best in baseball. Now, Profar has really led the Padres here offensively in a year where Fernando Tatis has struggled offensively. Not struggled in the sense that he hasn't produced, but he hasn't put up Fernando Tatis-like numbers. Manny Machado has struggled. Xander Bogaerts starting to find his groove a little bit, but still not living up to that $300 million contract that he signed a couple of off seasons ago with the San Diego Padres. So in a season of just mediocrity for a lot of the big names on this San Diego team, it's the guys that were not expected to be big-time players for them that have stepped up, and that's Jurickson Profar, Jackson Merrill. Ha-Seong Kim has been up and down, but he's providing really good value defensively and base running-wise, and their pitching rotation. Matt Waldron, you've got Dylan Cease, and just overall good production out of those guys. And it's something that we didn't see coming, right? The Padres were not expected to be good this year, especially with the departure of Juan Soto. I know they got a haul back, and shout out to Michael King as well. I didn't mention him there, but he has been really good in that rotation as well. So they were not expected to compete, and much less compete for the NL West divisional title, which they're doing right now. They're just a few games back of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are starting to slide a little bit without Mookie Betts in their lineup, even though Shohei is putting on a Shohei-like performance and even surpassing some of his career numbers. But they were not expected to be in contention for the NL West title, but they are, and Jurickson Profar has been a big reason for that, and you could see why with those stats. An 884 OPS is just something that you don't really see, especially in today's game with pitching being as good as it is. I mean, Profar is top 10 in baseball with that 884 OPS, and that's a fantastic number. 71 RBIs. He's doing a lot of his damage in the middle of the Padres order, which is not where he was to start the season. He's a switch hitter as well, so he's got versatility. We know that about Profar, but it's always been about finding a place and being a guy that can play every single day. We know that he can play multiple positions, even though he has been a left fielder for the majority of the past couple of years. But him being able to play all those positions, I think it also hurt him at the beginning of his career. And now he's really found a groove in left field, and he's allowed himself to settle in nicely to that role, and he doesn't have to worry about where he's going to play on a day-to-day basis. He knows he's going to be the starting left fielder for the Padres whenever they play, and he knows that he's going to be batting in the middle of the order. And I think that sense of comfortability has given him the ability to go out there and just be the best version of himself. And at 31 years old, he's finally starting to find his stride after being the top prospect in baseball before coming up with the Texas Rangers. And it's nice to see. Like, he was labeled as a bust, someone that was never going to live up to the hype. And he's silenced a lot of those doubters, being the spearhead of this success for the San Diego Padres. But that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for your support on my last Padres video. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, because they're one of the most fun teams in baseball, and I'm definitely going to be talking about them as the weeks and months roll along here as we get into the stretch run of the end of the MLB season. But that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys again for making it this far. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give us your thoughts on Jurickson Profar's masterclass season that he's been having this year, and check out Baseball Town as well. It's your one-stop shop for everything that you need baseball or softball related, whether it's bats, gloves, batting gloves, or cleats. They got you covered. They got the best equipment at the most competitive prices, so check them out today. Whether you're in Canada, check out Baseball Town, the physical locations, or the website baseballtown.ca. You get $10 off your first order, and everything over $99, you get free shipping as well, and we ship worldwide. So check them out today. Big support of the channel. Would not be possible without them. But that'll wrap it up. Thanks again for making it this far, and I will see you tomorrow.